Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now today's video is part of Kendra's Card Challenge 16 and it runs October 1st through December 31st. And today we're featuring our super sponsor, Love from Lizi. Lizi has sent this cute New Year's stamp set and the ephemera and the pill-offs and some pattern paper for us to work with. And I have got all of mine cut for all 15 and I'm just going to start assembling them. Now, I will not do all 15 on this video. I would have liked to, but it would have been too long. It's probably already longer than it should be. But I have taken and glimmered this pink paper with some gold glimmer, and I think it'll go very well with the New Year's theme that we've got going on here. So right now I'm doing sketch 1, and I'm just going to go from 1 through 6 on this video, and we'll get them assembled. If you've ever participated in Kendra's Card Challenge, you know that you get a cutting guide and sketches for 15 cards, and that's what I'm working from here. And this is actually KCC 16. We have a new cutting guide and sketches every quarter, and so we're about midway point in this particular challenge. So also included are these pill-off strips that are from Love from Lizi, and she's well known for these strips. And we've got these gold metallic ones and these kind of pinky purple colored ones. And I have a lot of these strips and I use them periodically, but these gold ones are my most favorite ones. They've just got all the glimmer and shine to them, and they're just really neat. So instead of using the layers on some of these, I'm going to use the gold strips as my layered look. And so I'm just going to put them on the edges of my pattern paper and use them. Now I needed to put this piece of pattern paper a little further up on my card base, but I didn't get it there, so I'm going to lay my square on the diagonal a little bit lower, and I had to trim it off because it was hanging off there, but it'll work out just fine. Now you've got this fun paper that's got the party hats and gift bags and just all the fun stuff, and we've got some balloons, and there's tons of ephemera, and I'm going to be using a lot of the ephemera. A lot of the ephemera has your sentiment on it, but I will bring in some of the stamped sentiments on some of the cards as well, and I just stamp them in white on black and heat emboss them. And I have also glimmered this panel here with the disco balls, and there are some disco ball ephemera pieces that are included with this set as well. So we'll just get this panel laid down, and we're going to move right on to card sketch 2. Card sketch 2 just has a couple of actually 3 pieces of pattern paper. 2 of them was one that you split, and then the other one is a banner that you lay on here. And you can see the party hats and the gift boxes upside down if I lay it in the orientation that the sketch calls for. So I'm going to lay it in the opposite orientation, and it's going to look a little bit different, but it'll be fine. The sketches are just a starting off point. You can make them your own and kind of tweak things and make them however you want, and that's what I'm doing with this particular one here. So just get those laid down, and then this calls for a square. This one is not laid on the diagonal. I could have laid it on the diagonal, but I chose to go ahead and turn it like the sketch shows it, and I'll just get this gold panel laid down there. And then I've got some of that pattern paper that the cutting guide has you cut, and it's just got some little gold balls on there, and I'm going to lay my bottle of champagne and my champagne glasses right in on that square. I'm just going to kind of overlap my champagne glasses with it, and then I'm going to bring in one of the stamped sentiments from that stamp set and get it laid down on here. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. I'm going to put it in on that pattern paper up there. And we've got card sketch 2 done. Now let's just move right on to card sketch 3. So to participate, all you have to do is complete all 15 sketches, take a single picture of all 15 cards, that includes all 15 of them, and upload it to Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook account. You'll want to put it in the appropriate folder. We're working on the November folder right now. So October, those have already been submitted and the winners have already been chosen. And so we're working on November. And then at the end of November, 1st of December, everybody that enters into the November 15 folder will have a chance to win prizes. And we have a lot of prizes. That first slide that I showed you lists all of the super sponsors and all the prizes that they make available. And so if you enter your picture of your cards into that folder, you'll have a chance to win some of those prizes. And they're great prizes. So I'm just going to use the strips again to add the extra little element that is on the sketch. It actually calls for those little, I can't think of what I want to call them, little pinking. It looks like you use pinking shears on it, but it actually comes from the Pink and Main die that Kendra created. And they're just little edges, little strips, pointed strips that would go down on there. But since this is the Love from Lizi Hop and I've got these strips, I wanted to showcase the strips on most of my cards. Plus, I love the bling that it adds to it. Now, this is one of those disco balls. I'm just going to lay my gold square down on there, and then I'll bring my disco ball in and get it laid down on there. And I think it's super fun. This was a really good a change of color palette for me with the browns, the blacks, and the pink. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed working with it. So I'm just going to pop up my sentiment and get it laid down on there. And I think it says party time. I think that's what this one says. And so I added the little streamers next to my disco ball there. You've got plenty of ephemera, so you can add, you can certainly add multiple pieces to each of your 15 cards as well as the inside. But I think it looks really cute. So we're going to move on to this, and this is where I kind of changed my background panel for my card, and I'm bringing in some gold. And I'm going to lay it down on a pink card base, and I'm just giving it a score. And so we're going to have a lot of gold on this. And I used an embossing folder from Spellbinders, and I'm going to get this gold panel glued up and laid down on my card base, and then we'll get to assembling. This has got a lot of components to this one. You've got all of those gold squares, you've got a piece of pattern paper, and then I've got ephemera for all of those squares. So, and you've also got these two small pieces that are going to fit with your square that you're going to add to it. So I'm just going to get these laid down on there. I will bring in my T-square, I think, to help me line the second one up. When I've got pieces that are just kind of floating like this, I like to use the T-square and help to line it up. And I think my embeveled pencil might have been a little crooked because it made it look off, but it shouldn't be because I used that T-square to line it up. And I'm going to lay this down on there, and this is really pretty. It's like a floral pink and yellow and orange pattern paper, and I'm going to put my gold squares on there, and I'm just going to glue them down. I'll bring that T-square in again to help me line up these first two, and then we should be able to line up the bottom two without the T-square. Just making sure I got a nice little border all the way around. Get them laid down on there. And it'll be fun. Now, Kendra also has some bonus challenges and things that are available to her patrons. And today in the mail, I actually got my mini mystery card sampler kit, and had fun playing with it and made 4 cards as well. So that was fun. And then I went on to making these cards. So I actually made several cards today. So I'm going to get these. We've got those hills, the one shoe, and those are just gorgeous. And then you've got the champagne glass, the confetti. We've got a top hat, And then we've got the Happy New Year sentiment that I'm going to lay down there. And I'm actually going to bring in, there's some floral die cut pieces too, ephemera, and I'm going to bring in a floral and just kind of tuck it behind my Happy New Year. And I think that makes a really fun, sparkly card. And then we'll go on to our next card. And this one, I'm going to shift gears a little bit and make it a birthday card, because this had an ephemera piece in there that said, Legends were born in January. And I thought that would be an excellent birthday card. So I'm going to make this card be a birthday card for a birthday in January. And I did use an embossing folder on it as well. And I'm going to lay more of that floral pattern paper down there. And it calls for a banner. And I did use the Pink and Main dies to cut my banner because I don't like to fishtail when I don't have to. Now I'm bringing in the purple Love from Lizi strips, and I'm edging it on this. I don't think the sketch calls for it, but I think it's a really nice addition to this sketch. And I'm cutting those off and putting them back on to my my sheet, because you will have instances where you will only need smaller ones, and I want to make the best use out of those because I love them. So I've got my balloons here, and I'm just going to tuck them behind my birthday sentiment. I'm going to get my banner laid down on here, and I'm going to put my balloons and just have them kind of coming out of the back of my sentiment there. And I think it'll be a fun January birthday card. Just going to bring in some foam tape and pop it up and get it laid down on there. And there we go. So that'll finish off that sketch. So now we're going to move on to, I believe, 6. And I'm going to use a pink card base again. I cut pink card bases, white card bases, and brown card bases for this set of 15. I brought in another embossing folder, and I'm going to get this panel laid down, and then we'll build this sketch. I could have just made all 15 all at once, but I knew that I had some time constraints with it being a hop. So I'll stop after the 6th, and we'll just review the cards, and you can check them out. So this is a fun floral pattern paper here. And you could go either way with it because we've got stems going in both directions. And I'm going to bring in some more of the gold strips. And we'll get them laid down on there. Pulling off another one. Make sure I get them nice and even, and then just snip them off. I love these things. I love the glimmer and the shine that that it adds to the card. And I'll put that up, and I'm going to use my little banner. And like I said, for my banners, I did use the Pink and Main dies, the Card Essential dies from Kendra that Kendra designed, and use those for my banners because I don't really like to cut fishtails. I do it occasionally, but if my preference is to not have to do it. So when you've got a die, you can use. And what I did was I used some pink pixie tape and kind of stuck the elements together when I was preparing my envelopes. So here are our sketches: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I hope you like them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.